Ah, December, the month of Christmas, the time for happiness and joy. Anyways, let's talk about Timothy, the ghost engine. Okay, so some of you might be wondering who Timothy is. Well, he's probably the most popular and well-known fan character among the like Alfred and Cloven over there. And basically, in season 2 episode Ghost Train or Ghost Engine, there was a story Percy was telling Ghost, and in like 2014, someone made like a creepypasta story about a silver or grey, whatever, tank engine, similar to our boy Thomas the Tank Engine, who had the number 0 and who was an old but kind engine because he had like an old face mask looking thing. You see here that Timothy has wrinkles and like only a few teeth because he's old. Well, it's confusing, but I'll explain it later. But yeah, basically the story goes, he's pulling a train at night, his brakes fail, in quotation marks, and it's like those creepypasta things where like, oh, demon possessed him, and he goes off the viaduct, killing everyone. I know, so creepy. But my Timothy is not the demon one, or really is. Well, first I explain the engine first, and then get into the way I work him, like into not being the demon and the way he looks. So I'm gonna go and push. Oh, I'll talk about these later. So let's talk about Timothy, which probably was the custom that took me the longest to make, as I started him on like the 15th, 16th. Well, it was shortly after the Eagle, Crow, and Toby Railway series video. So about like 2.5, 3 weeks altogether, which took a while, but he came out really good. And I'm gonna go over basically how I made him. So we're looking at the wheels here. I painted them grey and I gave him a black chassis, undercarriage, whatever. And also gave him red side rods because I think they actually they look really good. I think they look better than just having white side rods with the grey. Looks dull. Moving on to the face, like you saw earlier. Also, this is made with three Playrail Thomases model series ones. I got like a massive trackmaster or Playrail lot back on my birthday, and in it had 3 Thomases. One that was good condition, which I actually used the shell off it to put onto my CGI Thomas body. So now I have a model series Thomas, and so a good condition one, a medium condition one, and a really bad sunburnt, ruined conditioned one. So what I did was take the shell from the bad condition Thomas. I took the running board chassis, whatever, and the undercarriage bit from the medium or decent condition Thomas, and then I took the wheels, side rods, and motor from the good conditioned Thomas. And all 3 combined ended up with this little goober. Goober's a funny word. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to all the paint. Mainly the lining, which was absolute HE double hockey sticks, because originally he was gonna have a red lining like Chumish. However, I have no good reds. This is the best one I have as a paint pen. And the only red that I have that's decent I use for Eagle's wheels actually. That one, even with masking tape, didn't look that good when applied. So I got rid of it. I also did it on the boiler first, because I think you can actually, like, this can focus. And I see a small bit of red, like right there. Only a small bit of red here and red up here, and I got rid of them best I could, and I had to go with black instead. Originally as well, he's meant to have a black running board. That was before I decided to give him black lining. So when I did that, I actually switched out the running board from the good Thomas to the medium conditioned one. So basically, I think one thing you're noticing is that he doesn't have the small cab window at the front. If I flip him around as well, you can see the other side. Yeah, he doesn't have the smaller cab windows like on Chumish. And that's because Timothy doesn't have the smaller side cab windows, because he's an actual like E2, more of an E2 than Chumish. So also helping to differentiate him more from Thomas was just covering up the window, so it looks like it's a grey Thomas basically. Going on to the back, we have a little lamp on the back, and the coal as well. It's a bit messy, the grey was back here, because I couldn't really touch the coal, because then it would get grey on the coal. So I had to kind of use some black paint, regular paint, around the grey area to cover up any blue that I missed. You don't see that much back there, so it's thankfully fine. Also, you also see the little lines right there. If the camera can focus, right there, the 3 black lines at the bunker. Can I get words, please? Yeah. So, anyways, here we have the weird square lining, whatever. The cab door, the boiler lining, the splasher or wheel arch lining, the boiler lining, and then the same on the other side. Then here we have probably the thing I love the most about this model is the number 0, at least on this side, because it looks so good. I used the paintbrush red for this, and because obviously you don't see much of it, so it's mainly fine. So, it looks decent on this side too, but since you're mostly seeing this side, it mainly matters what this side looks like. And thankfully it looks really good. If it can focus, yeah, it looks really good, and I love the way it came out on the model. Getting back to the windows, I painted the big window lining yellow. I don't know why this camera can't focus. Please, please, better. And then the other side as well, yellow too. And then obviously I use yellow for the 0. I don't know why my camera is not focusing. Please. I went and painted obviously yellow on the 0, and I painted pretty good actually front cab windows yellow first, and I painted black in the middle, and I also painted on the whistle as well. And I think that covers the entire model actually. But we have some red branch line coaches. Well, the more pinkish red. This is the best red paint pen that I had, and there was no way that I was going to paint them slowly but surely with the red paintbrush one, because that'll take 5 years and I've run out of red before I even finished one. So yeah, I painted them with the Posca paint marker red. Came out pretty well. Well, now it's time to explain how he works, because obviously I want the model to make sense. The way he works, in the year of 1895, after the also just like train nerd stuff, so if you want to like skip ahead, whatever, but in like not in universe, but like in the Thomas Train universe for me, whatever. In 1895, Timothy was built. He looked similar to E2's, but wasn't exactly. And the reason why he has a number 0 was because he was a failure. So the LBSC never gave him an actual number, never put him on their records, so no one knew about him. And he was sold to the Northwestern in the early 1910s for cheap, because, you know, he wasn't good. Then, like in the creepypasta, he has this crash in 1914, but there's no, like, demon stuff, whatever, and no one dies, just no passengers in the coaches, and the fireman and driver be smart for once and jump out of the engine. So he's like nearly beyond repair, but then in 1914, 1915, whatever, the E2s are getting built around that time when he crashes, so he gets overhauled into mostly an E2, slightly different, and this is why he gets built or rebuilt, overhauled into whatever. This guy. Yeah, it's complicated, but I want to make sure he works. So yeah, we got the 2 E2s, We got Chumish, the tank engine, and Timothy, the tank engine, but grey. So yeah, anyways, I think you guys know what time it is from the other two videos. Time for the montage. So yeah, there's Timothy. I'm really proud of this custom, and probably the most complicated one I've done so far. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, but you may notice that his grey paint is a bit smudged around the black lining because I might have used up all my grey while painting him, so I'm kind of stuck with it, but it does look like weathering, so it's not that bad. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this custom. I don't know when the next one will be, but anyways, I'll see you guys in another video, and goodbye.
Yes, well, let's get you fixed up. We need you back to work at once. Really? No, of course not, you maniac. We only hold you out for the scrap metal. Wait, what?